Origin Podcast. Today, I have a very special guest, the homie Mark4ord. Give it up, give it up. How you doing, bro?
Just chilling. What's the word?
We're all chilling all together right now, brewing it up.
Yep. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
I got my Gatorade, guys.
Damn,
Baby
bro.
ones. Baby ones.
Yeah, just to get the mind right.
Yeah.
Loosen up. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
What's the word?
Nothing, bro. Just wanted to see what you're up to, bro. Like, we see you doing a lot of shit. Like, it's not just rap, right? You're a man of many traits.
Yeah. So I do the video shit. I do. I make beats. I make babies. I got my son expecting next month.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I'm
congrats,
saying?
man.
Thank you. I got a show with the homie Hazard coming up this Saturday, March 8th. It's gonna be me, Hazard, Young Scar, Danny Zico, and Rare One, I believe. It's gonna be dope. So pull up. That's Casa Aria, in Oxnard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On Del Norte, right?
Yeah, Del Norte.
Damn.
But yeah, do the video shit too. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on a bunch of different projects for people. Yeah.
Damn, bro. I'm telling you, you're just busy. Because that's, like, I was hitting you up and whatever, and I was like, man, I hope he replies because I know you're busy.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck. Like, I don't want to catch him on the wrong day or whatever, you know? You're going to be like, you know what? Nah, we're going to have to cancel the interview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man, anytime that I could use a platform to just promote like what I got going on, I'm always gonna take it if I could find the time for it. So
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate it. You know, like
yeah.
I was saying, you're busy, so I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come over here and talk to us.
Yeah, cool.
Hell yeah.
So how'd you get into like the rap game? Like, what did you start off at?
Okay, so where I started off at is actually making beats. So I always wanted to just like fuck around and smoke weed and get high. I think we were talking about Madlib earlier. He was a big inspiration. Like I think around 2005. Actually, in high school, I'm dating myself, but like way back in the day, homie introduced me to Madlib, and I just thought his beats were so unique. And ever since then, I was all like, man, I would just love to be able to just create some shit, smoke weed, and just vibe out. Because I still do, but I used to love music. Like, it was a different culture, I feel like, or maybe I was younger, I don't know. Just loved fucking music. I would vibe out to it crazy. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to actually go into Guitar Center and get some shit, the dude there, his name is Melvin. Shout out Melvin. He actually sold me Pro Tools instead of like a Beat Machine or any other software. He was all like, with this, because at the time this is true, but now you could do it with anything. But he's all, with this, you'll be able to record yourself too. So I was all like, all right. So I took it home. I was terrible, like for like a year. And then I was making beats, but they were ass. And then the homie Preem, he told me, excuse me,
You good?
he told me to get a machine, like a Native Instruments machine.
Yeah.
And I got a Native Instruments machine, and I started being able to structure my beats better. And that's when I did a project where I reached out to like all the rappers at the time that were really popping and doing things in the city. People like the homie Enzom, Nevermind, Astro, J Pro, different people. I know this is probably like you may not have heard of them or whatever. The homie King Harris, just different people. And I got all these people on one project, and I had like one song or two songs where I was rapping, and somebody had told me, "Hey, why don't you just do a project with bars?" So I did that. That was my next project, my solo project. And then I just kept going. Here we are.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration on some of the like beat makers you listen to?
Like beat makers that I fuck with, probably like Madlib, Alchemist. One of my favorite producers in the world, his name's Knots. He just has crazy bass lines. He's dirty with it. A lot of my favorite beat makers are like sample bass, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of younger people now that they're like, they probably like more original beats.
Yeah.
But when I grew up, man, it was just flipping shit and making it dope, But like Knots, you see somebody more recent, probably like Boy Wonder, like Drake's producer, one of Drake's producers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were telling us off camera that you didn't do rap, like you weren't rapping yourself at a very early age. You did this like a little bit later on in life.
Yeah, man, I started like way after, not even way after, but like I was already graduated and everything. Matter of fact, when I met Pugs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Pugs was way younger and he was rapping, but like I was already, way older, and I started fucking with him, and just being able to make beats and fuck around with like freestyles. When I would fuck around with freestyles, I was able to connect with artists because if they were not figuring out a way with the song, I was able to like kind of be like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, and like guide them for like ad libs or backups and stuff like that, just to make the track better. And that's what a producer is. A producer gives a lot of input to people. It's
Yeah.
like, because it's like people think you just go into the booth and it's just like all the rapper, and sometimes it is. But even the dopest rapper, like if you give him a recommendation, he's able to take that like 10 times crazier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, um, yeah.
Yeah. What about videos? Like, how'd you start off with that?
So with the videos, essentially, I've shouted him out a couple of times, but my first director,
Yeah.
he kind of like was just taking his time on a video. That was my first video for that project that I was telling you about, where I was just rapping, and he didn't really. I mean, it was like months at that point, so I knew what type of camera he had. I had money at the time, so I went and grabbed the camera. The homie put me up on game on torrenting, so I torrented Final Cut. I just started fucking with it, started shooting my own videos, and then somebody had, forget who. You know what I did? We did like this shit called the 805 cipher, and I went around filming people with that, and then I think some people hit me up to do their shit, and then I did a couple of the homie shit, and then it just started snowballing, and then different people started asking me for shit. I think I shot um, Pugs and Destructives first video or some shit like
Damn.
that, and then that inspired Destructive to start to get his own camera,
Shit.
and then Destructive's where he's at now. So it's just been crazy ass journey with that shit.
Yeah, I remember like hearing some stories about that. Like he was saying, like you helped him like guidance. That's dope though.
Yeah, I don't know if I guided him.
Not like guiding him, but like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. Oh,
Giving him
inspired
input
him
or
maybe.
whatever.
yeah. Because I think he really liked that first video because he always talks about that. And then shortly after that, he got a camera, and then he's kind of just stopped music, so he just focused completely off of that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm fucking doing everything. So
Everything.
but shout out to Destructive, man. He's a good guy. I'm so proud of that dude.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, because I grew up with him. Like when we did a part with him.
Yeah.
Where I was telling him like, yeah, like he worked his way up and stuff because he, like you said, he was just a rapper, and then he just stopped.
He
And
dropped that shit
Yeah, he was
entirely,
like-
and he just focused on that. And then
made
was
a
a
career
co-
off of it.
it was a couple years ago, because for a while I was just like surviving off of the video shit, and that's all I was focusing on, just to make a bag. And for me, like just taking bags off of that shit, it kind of made me like almost depressed, because
Oh,
it feels like I'm whoring myself out, and it's like not all good money is good money, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But I told him at the time, I was all like, hey man, like you could do this shit just full time. Like, why are you like even sleeping on yourself? And shortly, this was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And shortly after that, you start going crazy.
Yeah, more doors open and stuff
Well, yeah, doors always
Yeah.
are open for work. You may not see it right
right away.
like you guys may not even see like the podcast, but if y'all are consistent with it and y'all just doing shit for like 5 years, you'll have so many more doors open than you would if you just weren't consistent and you've been
Yeah.
doing it for 5 years. Consistency is everything, bro.
It really is.
100%. Like things that I did in the past where I'm all like, man, I feel like this shit's going on deaf ears. Like years down the line, shit opened up, like to where different DJs from around the world are playing my shit. Like I've been on Shade 45 like a bunch. Like just recently they played like a song from one of my projects, and they've been spinning that shit a lot. So it's dope.
That shit's big, yeah. Like I remember, like a while back, my neighbor, we used to, you did some stuff from King E. Was it E Dub or something like that?
E-dubs.
E-dubs. Yeah. So we
That
were
was
talking about
that
it.
was a minute ago.
Yeah, I was a minute because he was my neighbor. So
Yeah.
I remember we were talking about like he rapped and stuff. He's like, "Oh yeah, Mark and all." I was like, "Yeah."
That was like kind of when I started, but that was maybe 2-3 years after I started.
But I remember like that you came on Snoop Dogg's thing,
Oh
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
his countdown.
yeah. And that shit was dope. I remember seeing it. I was like, damn. I'm like, that's right, man.
Yes,
Hell
that
yeah.
was me and Pugs on that shit. I think,
It was, huh?
or was that?
No, I think it was just you.
No, you know what it was? It was me and the homie Illy and Roswell. But that was around the same time I had a record with Pugs. But yeah, this shit's been a crazy journey, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
And what helped you? Like you said that there was a point in time that you said that like whatever you were spitting out there was just going into deaf ears. What kept you like that motivation or that drive to just keep going instead of just being like, you know what, I'm just keep a 9 to 5 and just be a regular Joe.
It kind of, like, and it's gonna be different for everybody. But
Yes.
even Nipsey said it, man. If you're broke and trying to do music, like it's not gonna happen, bro. You gotta find a way to get money, whatever that means. If you gotta mix, if you gotta shoot videos, if you gotta sell something, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get money to fund this, because if you're thinking that you're just gonna like drop music and it's just gonna go up, it's not, bro. It's like an investment on everything. But I could tell you this, um, sometimes you just gotta start just aiming outside of your comfort zone. And by outside of your comfort zone, I'm gonna say it, Ventura County, I don't know if it's just the best place for the type of hip hop that I make, you know what I'm saying? Or hip hop in general, to be honest with you. So I started like the homie Jeffy Obvious, he's a promoter, and he started helping me get shows, and then I met the homies at the Underground Hip Hop blog, and different people like in the game started looking out for me, tossing me different slots. I started meeting different people, and it's really about who you know, as opposed to like what you put in as far as like marketing dollars to show how serious you are. But it's really about who you know. So when you start meeting different people start introducing your music to different people. Um, that's when the shit goes crazy. And like I said, it wasn't overnight for me. So like I know just getting played on like different radio stations or with different DJs, it may not seem like that big of a deal, but it is, because it gives you new ears all the time. And I have people telling me they hear shit from fucking Russia and fucking New Zealand, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But like that's different DJs playing my shit, and different DJs get certain music from Shade 45 or different platforms that are international. The homie Paca, who's based out in France, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. You just gotta stay focused, think outside the box, meaning outside your local comfort zone, and you gotta just be consistent. Because if you're not consistent, none of that shit happens. Matter of fact, like just getting my music being recommended to somebody is how I got into NBA 2K 24 last year.
Okay,
Just from word of mouth, you know what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit's huge.
Yeah.
That shit's real huge.
It
I
is
thought-
it's dope. Check was cool, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that should get more spotlight too, though. Like
just being in
just even the
2K
locals to
is
be like,
crazy.
you guys know we have a local
you,
that's
you
on
ever
2K.
seen you ever seen Bronx Tale?
Yeah, that's a good. That's
Nobody
funny.
cares.
It's true though. It's true.
The thing is you gotta care. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because let's say you super popping, then everybody's gonna be like, oh, I always believed in you. But at the end of the day, nobody cares, bro. Everybody got their own life, and you can't take shit personal. You can only just keep going, keep working
That's true.
towards outdoing yourself. When you outdo yourself, you're always gonna win. You're always gonna end up in situations where it's better for you.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, the only reason why I say it is I feel like there's some like a lot of these young kids out here, like they need a little bit more of like motivation to do something besides just being stuck in their local area. Like you just said, you blew up not because of your community. It's like it's just you love that craft and it's the
So
word
I
spread.
wouldn't even word it like that, because there were people in my community that definitely helped me out, and I wouldn't want to shit on them like that. But as a community as a whole, I mean, a lot of people still don't know who I am.
Right.
But I don't target this area. You know what I'm saying? I target like L.A. and a lot of overseas, New York.
Big
was-
populations.
Yeah, like I was on a platform in New York. The homie Mike Powers, and he did this crazy intro where he was just talking about how prolific I am, and it tripped me out because this motherfucker don't know me at all. Like when he reached out for the interview, and he did like a 5-minute intro, and I'm all like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Giving
You know what? I think
Yeah.
I did watch that one. That was a
Yeah.
good one. Yeah,
It tripped me the fuck out.
Damn.
You were just taken
Yeah.
back with whatever he said about you.
Well, this is a 5 minute intro where
That's
he's just
crazy.
going in about how fucking dope I am, how prolific I am, how crazy my bars are shaking up the game. And you don't get that shit locally, or I don't hear it a lot. I'm just going towards what I'm going after, which is outdoing myself. And I got family and shit, so I ain't really I think you kind of crazy when that's all you're doing is focusing on this shit.
Yeah.
You kind of got to do it and just aim it to where it's gonna go. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like getting flowers like that from a random stranger, which I've gotten a lot in recent memory, is dope. And but it shows that you got to be consistent, man.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent because you never know when it's gonna land. Like some shit you did 5 years ago might hit, and then that's your opportunity to use that as a platform. And it's not gonna stay there. People aren't always gonna just respect it. But why that shit's hot, use that shit to promote, to push even harder. Cause it's like Nip said, it's like the game is like trying to break out of the earth. It's like escape velocity. You got to go a certain speed to break out. You can't break out of the atmosphere without that. So when you get to that platform where you could shine it like a little bit, you got to push even harder. So you got to keep going and keep going and keep going.
Yeah.
And what was that moment for you where you actually felt like you caught a break and like you were like, fuck, finally I'm being recognized?
I mean, there's a bunch of times. I guess the 2K24 shit, cause they cut a nice little check, and then that shit's like in the game, and then I had a whole bunch of people, random people, follow me and just hit me up, and it's be like, hey, your shit's tight, and you get to send them links to your music and shit, so that's cool.
Oh yeah.
Doing different shows, um, but to be honest, bro, like it's dope as all uh the times that like I've dropped 3 vinyls, and pretty much like all the motherfuckers have sold out. So like every time that shit happens is dope, you know.
I was talking about the vinyls. It's very, very like creativity, like on your part. Where do you get that from?
That's just part of the culture that I grew up with.
Yeah.
I know you guys probably maybe not y'all don't maybe listen to underground hip hop like that, but I'm not the only one to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people.
Who has a bottle opener?
Oh, it's right here. Kind of made a lane for that, and I just always wanted a vinyl too because you pressing that shit up. But it's dope when you have 200 to 300 people that actually support, that want to buy your shit. And overseas, like I'm telling you, that shit is actually valued over there. Like Europe, Japan, even France, they're hip hop heads, so they eat that shit the fuck up.
I always hear Japan, like they're very hip hop heads on.
Yeah, there is Japan's weird though, man. Like believe it or not, like what's popping over there is like his Hispanic like
Oh,
gangster rap.
Yeah, like the
That's
Chicano culture and
that
stuff.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was
that's
saying.
that's more popping over there
The
than the
lowrider.
underground shit.
The lowrider
culture.
scene, yeah.
Yeah, but the underground shit, yeah, there's definitely some dope underground shit over there. So I had a homie reach out to me. Fuck, I forget the year. I think it was 2022. He was from Japan, and he wanted to fund like a whole project. So
Oh
he
shit.
like executive produced it, meaning like he picked the beats from different producers that were over there and then over here in America, and then
Damn.
he pressed up a vinyl over there, sold out, which is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah,
That shit's huge.
yeah.
Damn.
Oh, and I wanted to talk about like their filmmaking, bro. Just real quick,
What's up?
because I seen you. Okay, so when I seen you like first like in person, that was at the Boxnard, the event.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bro, you went off on that shit, bro.
Oh,
Like
thank
you
you.
performed. I saw the energy you brought to the stage, bro.
Yeah.
It was different. Like I mean, there's people that are performing. Like
Hmm.
it was
Yeah.
good.
Doing their thing.
But when the homie Mark came out, bro, he was all over that fucking ring, bro. Like it's because the stage was the ring on the stage.
That was
Yeah.
another good moment. Like it wasn't anything crazy because it's just to me like it was another performance. But when I look back at it, that was so dope to be at a boxing event which hadn't been done in like 10 years, I think, at the time, and to be able to perform in there. We shot a video that day with the homie Destruct,
Yeah.
and it was just dope, man. And then I got to see a boxing fight for free. That shit was tight, man. I had a blast that day. But the whack part about that shit, y'all don't even know about. So my car got broken into that day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They stole my sub. They stole
What
some
the-
Ray-Bans, some $300 Ray-Bans of mine. They stole my girl's work boots.
No, man.
Fuck.
They stole. I think they stole like a Bluetooth speaker.
Vicious
Damn.
ass.
Yeah,
dude.
So more of a loss.
the cool thing about it though is they didn't break any windows. Like
Oh.
somehow they popped my shit open. I don't know.
They picked the
Oh.
lock or something.
I don't know what
maybe?
the fuck they did, but
That's
they
fucked.
yeah.
Well, that's I guess better. I was thinking like, damn, the window, the fucking
Yeah.
all this,
Yeah,
all that.
nah,
like,
but we
damn.
got out. I was on cloud nine because it was such a dope day. Because we were there like early on. I think we were there like around maybe 2, just chopping it up with everybody. You know, all the fights was filming, performed. Said goodbye. We were out. Got to the car, and I was putting my shit in, and my girl was all like, "Hey, where's the sub?" And I was like,
Shit.
went inside. Fucking the dash was all open. I was like,
Oh,
fuck.
Yeah, that's the worst.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
the reason why I bring it up as like your filmmaking and stuff is because I seen you that day, and besides the performance that was great, dude, I seen you. You were like all over that fucking place, dude.
Yeah.
I think you were even walking around with a GoPro too, right?
Yeah, GoPro a little bit. Yeah, it's a good thing I took it in there because that shit would have got stolen too. Because I was gonna leave it in the whip.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I used the GoPro, used the camera that I had, just getting different angles and everything. Did a dope little recap for them for Boxnar.
Yeah, that shit was hard though.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then also, besides that, I think I seen you pop up on the Fight Club Mexico.
Oh yeah, so that's
Okay.
crazy because through the homie Jeffy Obvious, I used to perform like a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I guess the homie that throws Fight Club Mexico saw me over there. He was all like, "I recognize you." He's all, "You're Mark4ord, huh?" So I went over there just with my camera because I heard it was gonna be an Oxnard and I saw it was dope. I was actually gonna fight. I was gonna be like, "Huh, I'm throwing the gloves on." But then homie was all like, "Hey, just film this shit." So I filmed it. And then I just kept filming it. I met some dope people too. Like it was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? I did like a little recap or whatever. I did a video where I included some of that footage in there. It was cool.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, damn, the homie Mark4ord's over here trying to tap into the boxing scene and shit.
Yeah,
like,
man.
that shit was cool though to see you on there. I was just like, oh shit, there goes Mark right there.
Yeah.
You're all into the fights.
And that shit was crazy, man. It was fucked up because a couple people got like straight up concussions.
Yeah.
And the homie Albert, that's the dude behind it. He was kind of just letting the shit go.
Yeah.
I was all like, "Hey, dog, call time."
Yeah. Fuck.
This motherfucker's getting knocked out.
Yeah, motherfuckers
No
got
stoppage.
motherfuckers got concussions
They
that
died,
day,
they
though.
died. Huh.
Yeah.
The thing that I like about that shit is the girls when they fight, because they don't stop. Like if they fall, they just keep going on them on the floor. I'm just like, you guys not know how boxing works.
'Cause
Like,
they take it
Yeah.
personal. They start taking
Yeah.
it personal and they get mad.
It's crazy though because like I get it from a casual standpoint, and I'm a casual as far as boxing, but like I don't know, I just think about strategy more and just not getting hit, and like the bigger picture, it's like some motherfuckers are getting fucked up, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah, I was there up close, and it's fucked up because there were a couple. I'm not gonna say any names. There were a couple
Yeah.
boxers in there, dog.
Yeah.
And they were fucking people. Well, fools are just swinging. Like,
Yeah.
come on, homie. Like, you wouldn't do that in a normal fight. Like, I mean, I guess you would, but not me, man. You gotta time your shots, and fools are just rushing in like they're. All it takes is one clean counter punch, and I mean, a concussion to fuck you up, dog, for life.
Oh, yeah.
They did two already over here.
CT.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think
I think it was that one at the beach and then one at the park,
At
right?
the park, it was gonna be at the beach, but then the police were tripping.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You went to the one at the park, huh?
Yeah, so it was at the beach, but then I saw motherfuckers that looked like they were going to it. I was all like, "Hey, where's this shit at?" And they were all like, "Oh, it got moved." And then we went over there to the park, and that shit was cool because we saw a cop, but he didn't trip.
Oh,
And then there was a car club meeting right there,
oh,
and
it
at
worked
first
out perfect.
at first they were tripping, but then they started just watching and they're cracking beers and shit. It was-
Free entertainment for them.
yeah, I was
They're
all
like,
like, "This shit's
okay.
dope." We were there for like a good 6-7 hours maybe.
Damn.
Yeah.
That long?
Yeah.
There was a lot of fights.
Yeah, it's a lot of fights. And there it was crazy because there was a kid there that was like 15. He was fucking up grown up adults.
Damn.
The one that was wearing like a black shirt, I think. Was it?
I don't know. Let me see if I can.
He was he was a young kid, bro, and
But,
Was
but
fucking
he's
him
like
up,
an
fucking
actual
him up.
boxer though, right?
I think he knows
Yeah,
how to
'cause
box.
I ain't gonna burn him out, but
Yeah,
Yeah, I
there's
mean,
there's some
no.
of them there are
I mean, he's fighting experience.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Nah, but that
has
shit
a
was
little
fucking
bit.
hard though. Like
scrappy. He's scrappy.
I see some of it. They have weight divisions on that shit.
no.
Nah,
Nah.
It's
They-
just whoever
they-
wants
they-
to.
Yeah.
Dude, the
Whoever-
most
they
the most
need to.
professional part of it was that I think some of them got mouth guards.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Yeah, some of them got mouth guards, not all of
Yeah.
them, but yeah.
So this fool, right? Yeah, he had a black shirt on.
Yeah, that kid. Yeah. Dude,
A beast or what?
that kid was
Yeah,
hard.
he's a beast. He was fucking.
'Cause I think-
fools up.
They interviewed him and they asked him too. They were like, "How old are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm 15." And yeah, you don't look 15.
Yeah.
'Cause he's
You
big.
don't.
Oh.
He's like maybe 6'2".
Yeah,
Oh, he's
Damn.
and he
big
looks
ass.
like he weighs like 230 or something.
Yeah, he's
bro.
like gotta be like
Damn.
230.
Yeah.
He's heavier
I
than
was
me.
imagining someone like
Yeah.
small. Like
No,
small,
no,
like,
no.
Oh, okay. No,
Some
then I
motherfucking
get it now,
hands.
then,
Yeah.
It's kind of like my son. That fool's gonna be big.
Just Philly shelling it and just fools are throwing shit in. Bop,
Yeah.
bop.
Damn.
Yeah, that kid was going hard.
Yeah, there was some fool that he was probably like maybe 25 or some shit, and he was fucking a lot of people up. Almost like it's like, damn dog, you're being a bully because it seems like you got like experience and
Yeah.
like he's smiling and taunting, and then this fool came up and humbled that motherfucker.
Oh
Damn.
damn.
Put him in
I
his
was
spot.
all like, because he got gassed because he had fought a couple times.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
see,
that's the thing too. I'm telling you, that kid. How many times did he fight that day?
He fought like maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not the kid. He didn't get gassed. I'm talking about the guy that was like bullying
Before
people.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah, there's people that fought like more than one time.
Yeah, I think the dude that got humbled probably fought like maybe 5-6 times or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
when he fought him, he stopped boxing.
Hey, you,
Yeah,
you
I
know
gotta
that
go.
motherfucker knows how to box when he starts going.
Oh yeah.
Now I think homie, the 15-year-old, he was just quiet.
Now, yeah, he was quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they say that'll give you more power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I used to think it was that's how fast they were going. I'm like,
Nah,
it's-
"Man,
yeah,
these motherfuckers
they're breaking
are
the
fast."
speed
it's like
of
it's like a
sound.
mind thing for boxers.
Yeah.
I used to box when I was younger too, so I remember that. I'm like, what the
Wasn't
fuck?
it just
what the
because
fuck
like
was that?
you breathe out?
It's
that
like,
air
yeah,
and
it's-
it kind of.
Supposedly
Yeah.
it helps.
I don't know who.
I feel
Supposedly-
like it's the same shit as
supposedly.
karate, right? That's why they fucking yell.
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know. I think some of that shit is honestly just to like intimidate your opponent and throw
That
them
too.
off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like before the fight, you're just they're like, oh fuck.
Vargas sons, they always yell and shit when I see
Yeah.
them training. I'm like,
Bah, 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 bah.
yeah, I don't like that shit. Yeah,
It gets annoying
I'm
after a
more
while,
quiet.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this fucking fight on mute. Shit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that shit's annoying is if you're fighting against it, man.
Yeah, no, for
It
sure.
gets into
for
your head.
sure,
It gets into your head. You're like, this
Yeah.
motherfucker, just shut the
Screamed
fuck
at.
up, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right in your ear and shit.
Yeah.
So, bah.
So what else has been going on with the filmmaking? Like, I mean, obviously you work with a crazy amount of artists.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I saw the one you did with Young Dopey. That was dope.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out
Oh.
to the West Factory. They reached out and they wanted a couple videos, so we got that done. Right now, working with the homie Blue, doing some shit for Conejo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like a lot of shit for Conejo. He's got like a whole little rollout of videos coming pretty soon. And like I was telling you, I'm doing like some mixing for a project from some dude from France. He reached out for a feature. Shout out to DJ Mirage, and I sent it back, and he was all like, "Man, this sounds dope." So I shot it back to him, and he was all, "This sounds dope." He was all like, "Who did the mixing?" And I was all like, "Ah, my bad, man. It was me. I'm not the best mixer." So nah, this sounds really good. He was all like, "How much would you charge for mixing?" And worked out the business, and now I'm doing that shit. So
Damn.
yeah,
So dude.
Like your doors open all the time. Like you said.
you gotta
know?
stay consistent though.
Yeah.
So something that I like to ask, like all the artists, whether it's artists in music or photography or just anything, like what's your process like with beat making? Like what?
I mean, it all depends. As of right now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, so many people have been sending in beats that I haven't even been thinking about. I've been thinking about it, but it's like the actual act of sitting down there and mapping it. Like, dog, I don't even like mixing, bro.
No.
Like if you ask any of my homies, they'll be like, "Nah, he hates this shit." But if I'm getting a bag for it, or if I gotta mix myself, then I do it. But like even when I record, like I record all my shit and then I'll mix it later, because I can't record and then mix some shit. Like I get a rough mix, like a real rough one.
Mhm.
But mixing is its own process, bro. And same with like making beats and like tracking shit out. But more or less, like if I'm making a beat, bro, I kind of gotta track it out. So it's like, or at least get it close to where all I have to do is just extend it, and then take out what I want to make it a
Like
beat.
just fine tweak it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an instrumental. So just thinking about that process, I'm not even thinking about beats right now, and I know that's counterproductive what I was saying, but I'm doing a lot of shit at the moment anyway. You know?
Yeah.
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 It's kind of just how it is at the moment.
At the
Kinda
moment,
go
I'll
about
jump
it.
back into it because I've been thinking about different shit that I want to sample,
Mm.
different drum patterns and shit. Like my new project, jumping into that, is kind of like a different spin than where I've been going because I haven't really rapped on that much West Coast shit or just more like there was a period like for maybe 3-4 years where I was just rapping off of drumless shit with like bass because that's what a lot of people were doing in the underground scene.
Mhm.
But I think I'm kind of over that, like especially doing shit at shows. It's cool, but I think you need shit with like drums and heavy
More
808s.
instrumental.
Yeah, so like the new project is more definitely sounding West Coast, but it's more 808 heavy and a different spin, but it's the same old me.
Hell
You
yeah.
feel like you've already established like a style for you? Like you're not like, oh, like I gotta sound a certain way or whatever.
Bruce Lee said it best, be like water,
Yeah, just
So
kind of.
whatever way you gonna go with the shit is where you gonna go with it. But like, I get people have styles, but like, and you could have a style to an extent, but like, if you're always the same on every track and it's just different punchlines or different metaphors, but it's the same, then to me that's boring, bro. Like, I gotta kind of mix it up a little bit. Like, if you listen to most of my shit, I don't have a certain routine to where I structure my bars. It's gonna be some punchlines, it's gonna be some metaphors, but it's gonna sound different for the most part.
Mhm.
Each one is its own thing.
Yeah,
Type of-
I got to personally,
Yeah.
like some rappers, have their own style or whatever. I'm just, because I might want to try some shit out. So
That's true.
Yeah. Just depending on how you feel. Like I said, yeah, it's just.
it's just what the beat calls. There's an old school rapper. I can't say he that old, but he's like a kind of a veteran rapper from New York named Necro, and it was after a show one time, and I was talking to him, and he was all like, "Man," and he's a dope producer too. Don't let me forget that he's a super dope producer.
Yeah.
But he was all like, "It's not really about um like how crazy you go on the beat. It's how or it's not really how crazy the beat is or like what you do to it. Is how you come off." So even Nip said that too. He was all like, "It's not about like what you're talking about. It's how you say it." You know what I'm saying? So I always think about that because a lot of people that are super bari and like lyrical, miracle, spiritual, I don't even fuck with like that. I'm gonna be real with you.
Can be corny sometimes.
It's
Low-key,
just super.
yeah.
It's super corny.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like that to some people, but like I always think about that. It's like how you say the shit.
The meaning behind the words. and
Yeah,
shit.
like say it a different way. Say it in a way where you could say less, but like it means so much more.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the filmmaking, do you feel not have you feel have you ever gotten into any like sketchy situations or whatever? Like
Thank
All the
God,
time,
nah,
huh? No.
nah. You know what? I shot a video for the homie Walla from Colonia from
Most Wanted?
yeah, Most Wanted Familia,
Mm-hmm.
and forget, I think it was Mas Buscalos,
Mm.
and all these fools had straps and they were pointing at me. So
Damn.
yeah,
Dude, I've always brought that up with my cousin. It's like, how do you feel,
Yeah.
bro? Like when they got straps pointing at you. and shit.
that was the sketchiest. Yeah, we
Fuck.
were in some fool's backyard, but it was a big ass backyard. It was in Oxnard, and it felt like we were in Tijuana somewhere. I was all like, "Damn,
All
I'm
the
about
dirt.
I'm about to be executed."
Yeah, I told my cousin like
Yeah.
these directors got to get like a bulletproof fucking shield and then get the
For
camera
real,
just like
yeah. Or
Yeah, it was probably like 40 of them, bro.
damn.
Damn.
So yeah, that was
Yeah, at least if
Yeah.
one of them just fucks up one time.
Yeah.
that was probably the
that's
sketchiest
scary,
that I
yeah.
can think of. That was probably the sketchiest shoot.
Pointing at you, that's pretty wild, huh?
But knock, I don't know, this ain't even wood. Huh?
No, it is
Yeah,
wood,
it is
yeah.
wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. No shit has ever gone down. Hopefully, no shit never will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's keep that energy out of it.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is like, has you ever been put like even in a fucked up situation where like maybe just drama's going down and you're
Or,
just like,
like-
what the fuck? I'm just here to film.
Or like someone, or like you shoot with someone and they don't like give you the check or some shit. I know you
Nah.
probably get the check beforehand.
Yeah,
but
I
you know
get
what
the
I mean?
check
But
definitely.
or some
Nah,
shit like
I
check
even
bounce.
always get a deposit just in case, cause bullshit happens or life happens.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
time, I was in San Diego and I planned a whole trip around this shit, and luckily I had 2 videos lined up, and then I even got a video done. Which is crazy. I was in San Diego, but I had to drive to Pomona to shoot a show for the homie 60 East. But like I made my money, but the homie was supposed to give me like a rack or whatever, but he flaked. You know what I'm saying? But I got like a $200 deposit, so it kind of
Oh, worked out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I made a little bit. I didn't just break even. I made a little bit, but not what I wanted. But shit happens sometimes. Like he
Yeah.
didn't even hit me up. Like
Damn.
when I was out there, I was all like, "Hey, dog, like, what's up? This is gonna
Kind of
happen."
ghosted you.
He ghosted me,
Fuck.
but some shit, life happens. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
Could have rescheduled, whatever.
yeah. But if I didn't get a deposit, then would have
Been
been asked
more,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you again, Mark, for coming over and talking to us about your story, your
Hey,
your
thank
whole
you.
progress with the whole rapping, filmmaking,
Yeah.
Beats.
The
Beats.
vision.
everything, bro.
Yeah. Don't know when this is gonna drop, but I'll probably have a couple projects out by then. Hopefully, I'll be in Madden or the new 2K by the time you see this. So I'll be
Damn.
Madden 26 and 2K 26. So see what's up. Check me out.
Yeah, keep
Any
an eye out for the
shout-outs?
homie Mark. Yeah.
Shout out to all our homies. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to y'all for having me here.
Oh, I do have a shout. If you can shout out my homie Jimmy.
Shout out the homie Jimmy.
Shout out, shout out.
Don't know you necessarily, but shout you out, bro.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, where can they find you at? What's your at?
You can find me at my Instagram, which is MARK4, like the number 4, then ORD, Mark4ord. Or you could just find me at Mark4ord.bigcartel.com. You could find me there too. Music is everywhere, so you can Google me. You could find me on iTunes. Spotify is what I use. But on some real shit, Spotify is going to be changing. I might pull my music off of there because I don't know if y'all heard, but Spotify is redoing their user agreement. So all the music that you upload to there, people and the people that are listening could technically remix your music.
Oh,
the-
shit.
Meaning, you know how like Kanye came out with that stem player and you could pick stems,
Okay.
so people could mash shit up together and do all kinds of weird shit to your music that wasn't
Yeah.
intended that way. So I feel music as a whole is kind of being devalued, at least on there. I don't know. For now, I'm still on Spotify. I don't know where I'm gonna go though. But yeah,
But yeah, keep an eye out for the homie
Apple
Mark.
Music, I guess, huh?
Apple
Yeah.
Music, or like kind of the way that I've been doing it, which is more like, to be honest, bro, if I depended on a check from like streaming services, I would have never made anything. The majority of the money that I make is from people that actually support and buy physical copies, or they go to my website and they'll just buy my whole catalog. Like one dude one time spent like $200 at my store just off of digital projects.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That's real support right there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go check out the website, you guys. Thank you, Mark. See you